Hey everybody, Matt here. Thanks for stopping by. In today's video, we're going to continue looking at SketchUp Free. Well, welcome back. This is part 11 of the SketchUp Free video tutorial series that I'm finishing up. I thought I was finished at the end of part 10, but then I thought of a couple other things I thought I wanted to mention, so here's part 11. So this is kind of the final wrap up. So once again, if you're new to SketchUp or 3D modeling, I invite you to go check out the earlier videos in this series. That'll give you a solid foundation as to how I ended up with this model at this point. Alright, so for this video, what I wanted to show was another trick that I used more as a sanity check than anything else to make sure that I had the work surfaces for both tools at the right height. So what I did was I just drew a rectangle in the scene, right? And I made this rectangle 44 inches tall. So 3 feet, 8 inches, 36 inches plus 8 inches, 44 inches. So what I had decided for myself, and I think I mentioned in an earlier video, that I wanted the work surface of each tool to be 44 inches from the ground. So as a sanity check, I created this rectangle that's 44 inches from the ground. And it is, of course, its own group. So if I move it right against a leveling foot and kind of rotate the card around, if you recall, this tan box and this line right here represents the working surface for the router table, which is what this box represents. And it looks pretty even with the 44-inch height. So that looks like it's pretty much spot on. So now, just as before, if I rotate the tabletop, (180 degrees). So now I have the blade runner at the top, the blade runner tool, and it's sitting on the spacer block. And I kind of eyeball that with the 44-inch rectangle. That looks pretty spot on as well. So just as a quick sanity check, I made this sort of cube, rectangular cube, just to verify that I have the work surface of each tool at the right height for me. So the thing I wanted to point out is that not everything that you draw on the scene has to be an actual part of your model. It can be a tool used to verify your design, or any other, or a tool to be used in any other way you decide. So that was one of the things I wanted to point out. The other thing I think I already mentioned as well is that because you can hide and unhide objects in the scene, this is actually what's in the scene. Um, so if I unhide this one, this is basically the same as this. I had gone through and sort of verified the design a couple of times as kind of a sanity check. So I hope you can see how valuable the hide and unhide feature is. I use it quite a bit, as you can probably tell. So the other point I wanted to make, and I think it's been made a couple of times, is that you don't have to just have the one model drawn in your scene. You can have several objects in your scene all at the same time, and you can just hide and unhide them, move them all around in your 3D space as you see fit to sort of facilitate what you're trying to do. So I think that that truly will be the end of this video series. It's been a pleasure showing you my design process for this flip top table. Now I'm anxious to get out to the shop and actually start fabricating. And as I said earlier, I will more than likely shoot the build process and create a video series about actually putting this table together. All right, so that'll be it for this, and then I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again for watching.